why wouldn't you do the paraphrasing? Let's write that down. As not as we didn't call it a literacy strategy, we called it a good study strategy, paraphrase. Another thing, you read the title and you decide what questions it answers. We did the same thing, 2 texts. One where we didn't do it, one where we did do it. Hey, it's a good thing to do. And so then we can practice it. And we wrote those things down on things we do when we study. Remember I said things we do when we read? Well, you would say it with your 10 kids, things you do when you study. So we had things we do when we study, and they consulted their list and they found these things worked. So it's really teaching the kids. It's building into your teaching. These ones, can you see the value of this, particularly with secondary level kids? So you're teaching older primary guys. You're allowing them to experience and bring them on board and letting them see they're working for themselves. It's you making your life easier. That's what you're doing. And actually when you do this, you'll find a lot of behaviour problems actually diminish because the kids can be better engaged. Particularly if you engage them with their getting knowledge ready first, and so they see they already know something about it. They look at the task, they imagine what they're going to have done in 10 minutes' time, so they can see where they're going. They can tell you the actions they're going to use, and they're more able to get there. So, as you know, I'm really keen on using appropriate monitoring and assessment procedures so I can see how the learning is occurring, on a moment-by-moment basis. Now, I think we all agree with the long-term memory stuff, don't we? Having them review at the end, and also the business of feedback. So they're the things that I need to think about here. And I said this before, but I think for a lot of your colleagues, this is going to be the area where you need to think, where you'll need to be on your feet. Because this is the area where they will need to work. Now, don't you agree with me? How to read the learning environment. How to unpack to get it in place. How are you actually going to do that? That's going to be a tough one. Now, I want to show you what Effie developed for her students. And Effie, it's on Lena's. Do you want to come out and talk about it, Effie? So this is along the lines of leading the students in that last context.
Basically, our school has caught the literacy flu for a while now, so every so often we need something new just to remind our staff and students what we're doing and what we're about. So I was asked to make a PowerPoint to show all students from year 7 to 10 to actually remind them of the naming, to teach them explicitly the naming of the procedures and the actions. So I didn't reinvent the wheel. I went and found the old PowerPoints that a team that led by John Munro developed a couple of years ago, and I just put them in kid speak, so to speak. And so what we did, that's it. So it's basically the kids, what do I do with this? Yeah, so it just talks about each strategy and each procedure, giving them an overview. And what I should have shown you is it's in their school diary. These procedures are listed in the school diary, which they never look at. So we made it a classroom activity. We opened up the school diary, got rid of the graffiti, and we said, we're going to go through each one, we're going to explain them again very quickly, and then everyone's going to do a little activity. First of all, before the PowerPoint came up, we asked them, what are they, to see what they knew, to see. So we talked about each procedure. Basically, what is getting knowledge ready means. I won't go through each slide, I'll just tell you very quickly, and if you want to get a copy, just see me or whatever. So it's in kids, why are we reading this text? What do I already know? Can I skim? Can I scan? But when we went through the PowerPoint, a lot of the teachers were actually doing the actions. Show me what skimming means, show me what scanning means. With a text. We had a sample text in front as well. Again, we had an activity here, we stopped. This was done over 2 or 3 lessons, not one lesson. We stopped, we did a topic on, Egypt. how would you get your knowledge ready? The other reason they asked me to do this is teachers were concerned, or they wanted students to be able to walk away from the classroom and do this at home, or take it outside of the classroom and think of these strategies of learning in life, not just in the classroom. So that's why we revisited them. So basically each procedure is explained, why you need it, a reminder, and a little activity. You want to... So again, you might have seen these PowerPoints before. They're part of the NMR team. I'll just go through it quickly. What else did we do? Yeah. We talked about self-talk. We revisited the meaning-making motor. As I said, the teachers have done this PD extensively. They know all about it. Students have come across it in the classrooms, but maybe they didn't know what it was called. So we made sure everyone was using the same language in every classroom, so that when you walked into the next classroom and you said, we're just going to do 5 minutes of getting knowledge ready, and then we'll go, get on with some vocab, and we might review at the end, kids knew straight away what you were talking about. You don't have to go through and explain the procedures all over again. So that's what this was designed to do.
So Effie,
Yes?
was this PowerPoint presented only once to students by the teacher, or how
Well,
did you orchestrate
it's
it?
happening now as we speak, the last few days, because I only made beginning of last week. So the idea is that we present it in 2 to 3 lessons in their personal learning classes as part of, how do I learn? I don't know what the teachers want to do. They might want to revisit, and it's also a good reminder to the teachers because, as I said, we started this back in 2006. We needed a bit of an injection, and that's what this does. I've also made some